Could a major new Star Wars show be on the way to ABC? Yes! Will it be called Dancing with the Jar Jars? Oh, we sure hope so on today's Nerdist News. Since Disney bought Lucasfilm back in 2012, they've been spreading Star Wars over every conceivable platform, from film to comics to games to animated shows to the theme parks, and I'm not even talking about that massive bi-coastal Star Wars land. Have you guys been on Hyperspace Mountain? Because I have, and it's friggin' outstanding. It's been pretty similar to the way the studio handled Marvel, which is why we've been waiting with bated breath for Disney to announce a sick live-action Star Wars TV show to hold us over between movies. Kinda like they have for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And guess what, friends? Our very own Joseph McCabe was at the TCAs yesterday, where a little birdie / ABC Entertainment chief named Channing Dungey confirmed that talks have taken place. Specifically, she said, "We have had conversations with Lucasfilm and we continue to have them. I think it would be wonderful to extend that brand onto our programming." So, nothing concrete, but still, it is in the works, people. It is in the works. But what would an ABC Star Wars show be? Well, probably not animated, since we've already got Star Wars Rebels out there, which could mean that Star Wars Underworld, that live-action series Lucasfilm had Battlestar Galactica's Ron Moore working on years ago, is back on the table. Moore and his team wrote 50, yes, that's right, 50 full episodes of the show, which took place in the underbelly of Coruscant and concerned rival crime families going to war before it fell apart. Apparently, it was just too expensive to produce for anything but premium TV, and while HBO almost came on board, they bailed when they couldn't get a big enough ownership stake. Can you imagine Star Wars meets Deadwood? It would have been outstanding. Oh well. Underworld's death was even more of a bummer, since the show sounded truly awesome, with Lucasfilm producer Rick McCallum saying the scripts were the most provocative, bold, and daring material they'd ever done. So is it back on the table? Well, even though ABC claimed to be looking over the scripts right after the Lucasfilm purchase, we think it's pretty unlikely that Underworld is the show they'd make. What's more likely is a show that takes place during or close to the sequel trilogy. See, a Star Wars show is going to be expensive no matter how you cut it. There's going to be lots of special effects, lots and lots of props, costumes, and sets. It's kind of a crazy endeavor, but if ABC sets the show during the same timeline as the new films, they can rely on cameos from the franchise's biggest stars to keep ratings high, just like they do for S.H.I.E.L.D. It would also mean the show could use the same sets Lucasfilm will have to keep built throughout the rest of the sequel trilogy, meaning better production value. Can you guys say cheers, set in Maz Kanata's castle? Look, when it comes down to it, Disney has to know that we're good on Star Wars' past. We've got Rebels filling in the blanks between the prequels and the original trill, Rogue One picking up the slack for any remaining years, a Han Solo movie filling in the origins of one of the franchise's most iconic characters. Let's look forward for once. Here's how we think ABC should do it. First, rein it in to like about a dozen episodes. We know you're a network, and that means 22 episode seasons, but just like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., we're just gonna wind up with a lot of filler episodes. This will probably be the most expensive TV show in history if done right. So hedge your bets and give us a tight, compelling story that everyone feels like they need to tune into. So in other words, an event series. Next, set the show during an era we actually want to see more of. Prequels? Over it. Original trilogy? Maybe. It'd be cool to see the time between the original trill and the sequels filled in, the steady fall of the Republic, the secret rise of the First Order, basically all the material the Aftermath novels have covered. But really, stay away from the prequels and the Rebels era. It's well covered. We get it. And finally, introduce some new characters. We don't need to see a young Boba Fett show or Poe Dameron, the Training Academy years, or the new Lobot adventures. We want some fresh blood. Not only will they be more exciting and unpredictable to watch week to week, but think about what the best parts of Force Awakens were. Finn, Poe, Kylo Ren, and Rey. Exciting new characters that felt modern and classic all at once because they were created now. Definitely more of that, please. But also, all that said, we wouldn't be bummed if you did just make Star Wars Underworld because it sounds awesome. But what do you guys think? Would you watch a live-action Star Wars show? What era would you want to see it set in? Who would you like to see on it? Let's discuss. And make sure you join us on Twitch today for our big 8-hour Thunderdome! That is right, we're back on Twitch, people! Next week, to celebrate, we're going to be bringing you Nerdist News live every day and a bunch of other shows, including My Bizarre States and Save Point. It's about video games, plus Dan Casey's secret headquarters, so get on over there.